Hi, I'm Liv. I'm here to tell you about this week's Friday Fabric Features collection. These are the fabrics that'll go live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time on our website, thriftynotion.com. This week's collection is called Fox Spirit. It's a woodland themed collection. We try to have a theme. It helps us come up with creative names, and we find that creative names help us keep track of inventory a little bit better. This first one is called Moorland, and it is a cotton twill, which is essentially denim, but this is sort of a khaki green and would be great for all the things denim is good for. So pants, overalls, totes, bags, heavy duty type things. This is not a super heavy denim, but definitely a bottom weight fabric. Skirts, jumpers, pinafores, that kind of stuff. Aprons, really versatile. And a nice neutral color. The next one is super vintage, like probably 1950s, possibly even older, but more than likely right around early 1950s. This is a cotton rayon blend. We only know that because we had the original bolt that it came on. It's really rare that we get that, but this is 70% cotton and 30% rayon. It is a home deck fabric, but it is a nice weight that you could definitely use because of that cotton fiber content. You could use it for clothing and it would work just fine. It is kind of a reversible jacquard brocade kind of situation. So there's a lighter side and a darker side, whichever one you like best. Nice kind of muted floral here. This one's called Wood Anemone. It's just a pretty vintage fabric. This is a wool. It's called Bellwort Plaid. We picked some floral names for some of these. It's a lot of fun to dig around and find names. It's just, again, kind of a muted color themed vintage. This one is vintage also. Nice wool. We've inspected it. It appears to be in good condition. We could not find any holes. So a nice kind of variegated, somewhat slubby woven texture. And there's little bits of other kind of rainbow colors popping out, but it's really subtle. This one would be very nice for things like waistcoats. You could do a skirt or pants, but you would definitely want to line it. It is heavy enough to make a jacket or a coat as well. Just a nice wool. It is a touch, well, it's not really sheer, but you can see light through it. It's just semi-loosely woven, but it's also a little bit felted, like the little holes in the weave have fluff in them, so it's not totally see-through. Here is our one and only piece of silk. This one's called Nightshade, and it is a striped woven, pretty sheer, pretty lightweight, nice drape on that one. And it is sort of, it's not a super smooth silk, it's more of like a raw silk, kind of slubby, a teeny tiny bit sticky, but not super sticky. Sometimes silk, because it comes from a silkworm, it has a consistency or a texture that's kind of like spider webby, but this is not super sticky like that. So really lovely. This would work for a blouse. That's probably your best bet. There's not a ton here. These are kind of newer fabrics that are dead stock from our sister store, Fence Line Fabrics. All of these came from the same collection, so they all have the same fiber content and the same uses. I'll just go through the different patterns. This one's called Foam Flower. It is an olive green floral on a linen cotton blend, kind of medium weight fabric. Really multi-purpose here. You can definitely quilt with your scraps. It's the kind of thing you could make a dress out of. You could make a pinafore. Shirts, they'd be sort of heavier weight, kind of winter weight button-ups would work out of this as well. Skirts, shorts, lots of things you can do with this. Also things like bags and home deck. It's just super, super versatile. Same fabric, different pattern. This one's called Dutchman's Breeches. Same substrate or, fabric that it's printed on, just this linen cotton blend, and good for all of the same things. This one could make some very cute slacks, I think. Or shorts, it would make cute shorts. Love a stripe. And here's kind of a rusty brown version of that same floral. This one's called Dogwood. Again, blouses, dresses, home deck, all of the things. It's also really easy to work with. It's not really a fiddly fabric. It presses well. It's just nice stuff. All right, this is more of a summery weight cotton. Very lightweight, pretty sheer, good for summer things like sundresses and blouses, tank tops and that sort of thing. This is a hand-woven Indian cotton. So due to the hand-woven nature, you might see some imperfections, some little slubs and things like that. It's just part of the handmade charm. It's just part of what to expect from this type of fabric. Really pretty blush stripe color on this one. There is a very teeny, maybe not visible on camera, but there's a teeny tiny white pinstripe through this blush color. All right, we have a woven cotton stripe. Again, this one's kind of a lighter weight. This one's a twill. It has that diagonal woven pattern in it along with this stripe. It's a little bit heavier than our hand woven, not nearly as sheer. You could do something like a dress or skirt out of this and you'd probably be pretty safe as far as how see-through it is. Shirts and quilting, again, this one would be excellent for quilting, and home deck, another really versatile fabric. Not super fluid, but it has a nice drape to it. And save your scraps, these are quiltable. Just send them back to me. We'll find them a home. Also, we have a large quantity of this particular fabric, so if you have a bigger project or you need like a quilt back or something like that, we have a lot of it. Last fabric, another kind of vintage, although not nearly as old as the first one I was talking about. This one's called Marsh Flower. Pretty rose floral and kind of a muted palette. This almost looks like the back side of the fabric, but this is the front. The back is even more faded out. This is a poly cotton blend and it has a crinkle texture to it. Like this kind of crinkliness is part of the woven texture of the fabric. It's on purpose. Really pretty fabric. And that is our final fabric of the week. Happy sewing!